Hello, I'm Todd Graham. Those who know me know I prefer to be simply called Graham. I'm honored to be invited to speak to you as part of Alpena Community College's annual Scholarship Award Luncheon. Unfortunately, due to the current coronavirus situation, I'm talking to you via video instead of in person. And I'm sorry there's no lunch to enjoy together either. As you can see, I'm in my living room, and I'm a big superhero and science fiction fan, so I hope the decor hanging on my living room wall isn't too distracting. Before moving to Alpena, I lived in a small town called Farwell, which is north of Mount Pleasant, Michigan, for 35 years. I arrived in Alpena on October 3rd, 2017 at 2 p.m. I remember the day and time because a few hours prior, I had been released from a Michigan Department of Corrections prison facility in Ionia, Michigan, after completing a 50-month sentence for embezzlement. I arrived feeling frightened and uncertain. I came to Alpena because I had nowhere else to go. Through my poor decisions, which led to my incarceration, I lost most family and friends. Fortunately, an old friend who lives in Alpena reached out to me, offering a place to stay and begin anew. This friend is a local business owner, and I was able to begin working in his landscaping company. His generosity was the first step to experiencing the wonder that I have come to know exists in Alpena. Being late fall, this employment did not last long once winter set in. I had no income, no place of my own, and felt my dreams of starting over and righting my wrongs fading. I canvassed local businesses hoping for employment and completed applications online. I was encouraged to receive some calls for interviews. However, this quickly died when explaining why I had placed a check in the box stating I'm a felon. I share this because many of you who support the Scholarship Foundation at ACC are also business owners. I implore you, I beg you, please ban that box. If you give a felon an opportunity, I promise that person will become one of your most loyal and hardworking employees. While incarcerated, I often thought of returning to college. In December of 2017, after having no success finding employment, I sent an email to Alpena Community College. Mike Colleen responded, and after a few messages back and forth, he convinced me to come to campus to meet in person and take a tour. It took more courage than I ever thought I had to get on the public transit bus and go to that appointment. After the tour, Mike had me take a seat in his office to discuss why I desired to return to college. I enjoyed sharing with Mike my desire to be a writer. I explained that in the past 4 years, I had the time to delve deep into my love for writing poetry and short stories, and have a portfolio of over 1,300 poems, 16 drafts of a series of children's books, and I had started the science fiction trilogy. He asked how I found the time to accomplish all that in only 4 years. There it was, the question that I could only answer by sharing my incarceration. I prepared myself for the same look I had received from those business owners. To my surprise, after sharing my history, Mike looked me in the eye, shrugged his shoulders, and said, "So what?" I sat there for a moment with my eyes locked on his. I couldn't speak. Mike awkwardly repeated his statement. "So what?" He then went on to explain I wouldn't be the first felon to return to school to change their future. This acceptance was the first step to truly, positively impacting the person I desire to be. I began classes at ACC in January of 2018, only 3 short months after my release from prison. Fortunately, I qualified for the Pell Grant and was able to take out a small education loan. Mike had also shared how the ACC Foundation offers many scholarships. He took me to the foundation office, where I met Penny Boldry. After the acceptance shown to me by Mike, I felt comfortable sharing with Penny where I was coming from and my hope for the future. She explained scholarship applications will be available in March for the following school year. However, There may be some available for this semester. I completed an application for her, and to my astonishment received notification a few weeks later that I had been awarded a scholarship, which I'm very appreciative and thankful to share was the first of 7 scholarships I received during the past 2 years. Using the remaining balance from financial aid, I was able to move into a small apartment of my own in March of 2018. ACC had just started a student food pantry. I must thank those who support the student food pantry because without it, there would have been days during my first semester at ACC that I would not have had enough to eat. Things continued to be financially tough. One day, I received an envelope in the mail from ACC. Inside was a note that read, "We heard things were pretty tough right now, and we wanted to help." There was also a check enclosed. To this day, I don't know who was responsible for this gift, but I sincerely thank you. Not long after, I was employed as a server in a local restaurant. I was growing to believe I was on the right track, but there was still part of me that remained hidden. One afternoon after my first semester of classes at ACC, I was visiting with a classmate in the hall. A young woman walked by who caught the attention of my classmate. After she passed, he asked, "Didn't you see that?" To which I replied, "Not what I'm into." After a few moments of he and I locking eyes, he responded, "I had no idea, man." To which I asked, should I wear a label? Which led to a wonderful conversation about being who we are. Until this moment, I had never felt comfortable sharing I'm gay. I had never wholly put who I am out there in a public setting. The confidence to do so came in large part because of the overwhelming feeling of acceptance, understanding, and desire to help that flowed from the instructors and faculty at ACC. After hiding for most of my life, I finally felt free. My first semester was also quite the academic challenge after a 33-year hiatus from school. I will never forget feeling lost in my algebra class. It simply wasn't coming back to me. At the end of the second week, I decided to march down to the registrar's office and drop the class. Fortunately, my instructor, Mrs. Megan Cameron, sensed my frustration. At the end of the class on the day I had intended to drop it, she sat down in front of me and said, "Don't quit on me, Graham. I can tell you have a mind for math. Go down to the Student Success Center and get a tutor. I know you can do this." So, instead of dropping her class, I signed up for tutoring and ended the class receiving 98%, went on to tutor other students in my following 3 semesters. The past 2 years at Alpena Community College have been nothing short of a miracle for me. In May, I will graduate with associate degrees in liberal arts and general sciences. I will receive Microsoft certifications in PowerPoint and Excel, and have my FAA Small Unmanned Aerial Systems pilot license. I've been honored with being on the Dean's List each semester and will graduate with a 4.0 GPA. I will begin at Saginaw Valley State University in August this year to continue my educational journey towards a bachelor's degree in creative writing and a master's degree in psychology. An ambitious goal, however, because of what I've experienced at ACC, I'm confident these goals will be achieved because I know I'm not doing it alone. The family at Alpena Community College, and I don't use that word lightly, for being part of a family is how I feel each time I walk onto campus. This family has equipped me with the life skills needed to fulfill the greatest desire I've ever had, the desire to help others. The acceptance and support, both personal and financial, gave me the courage to reach out and be involved with several student groups, holding officer positions with many. This includes Student Leadership Commission, Phi Theta Kappa Academic Honor Society, Sigma Zeta Math and Science Honor Society, the ACC Players Club, the Language Society at ACC, and Educated Voters at Alpena Community College. Working with instructors, my classmates, and Mr. Sean Sexton, who volunteered to be the advisor, I helped found a new student group called ACC Takes Pride, the first student-led group at ACC focused on the LGBTQ plus community and allies, working together towards equality, education, and acceptance. ACC Takes Pride mantra is, we don't care what letter of the alphabet you identify with. All are welcome here. I don't share this list of accomplishments out of a sense of self-achievement or pride. I share it because it wasn't me who accomplished all this. It was everyone. It was each instructor who encouraged me. It was each faculty member who supported me. It was people like Barb and Lee Skiziak and countless others who offered open hearts. And it was each donor who sponsored a scholarship awarded. Recently, Mary Egan, ACC's new Alumni Relations Director, asked to interview me. During this interview, after sharing much of what I've shared today, Mary asked if I thought the support I received at ACC would have been received elsewhere. To which I replied, unfortunately no. I don't believe I would have found the support I received anywhere else. Alpena has proven to be a unique and special place. I often tell friends I don't feel like I've adopted Alpena. I feel Alpena has adopted me. The recent challenge of the coronavirus outbreak solidified my belief in this uniqueness. When Governor Whitmer issued the executive order closing all restaurants on Monday, March 16th, I instantly became unemployed. The next day, via Facebook Messenger, I received this note from an instructor at ACC. Hi, Graham. I know that you're not working these days. Please let me know if or when you have financial difficulties, and I'll help if I can. Hope you're doing well. This message would not have been received elsewhere. 2 days later, I received an email with a $200 Walmart gift card attached along with a note that read, Dear Graham, you mean so much to us at ACC. And it was signed by 2 other instructors at ACC. This would not have been received elsewhere. And there are many, many other stories similar to these that I could share. Alpena is special. Alpena is unique. Alpena is now my home. It wasn't me who, in the short span of just over 2 years, went from prison to graduation and beyond. It wasn't me who went from hiding all I am to becoming comfortable with myself and able to help others. It was each of you helping me. After I complete my educational journey, I will return to Alpena, return to my family here. Because of the support and love given me at Alpena Community College, I was able to find the final piece to the puzzle that is me, my fiancé, Stephen Flynn. It takes a town, a family like Alpena, to accept someone like me with all my broken pieces, help me sort out all that I am, and put together someone I like when I look into a mirror. Thank you.